Hello, everyone. Welcome to Donna's Happy Hour. I want to thank you for joining me. Today, for the very first time, I have the Harrisons joining me. They are a husband and wife duet, and I can tell you that they make more sound than a whole band. It's amazing. So grab your drinks, whatever they may be, because I'm hoping you'll spend the next hour with me.
All right, this is a tune that's going to be on the new album, a song of ours called Find My Way. Gonna try my way on my own. Gonna dig so deep down in my soul. Gonna find the time, some way, somehow. Gonna make it mine. Gonna take my bow. Gonna sing my song out on that stage. Gonna give my heart, won't be afraid. Gonna find the words and write them down. Gonna play these strings. Gonna make that sound. Gonna find my way, yeah. Gonna find my way. Yeah, gonna find my way, yeah, gonna find my way, yeah. Gonna walk that street, gonna head downtown, gonna knock it beat into the ground, gonna make the time out in the light, gonna make it last for my whole life. Gonna not slow down, gonna not get stopped. Gonna do some things, gonna see what's what. Gonna find myself and probably say hi. Gonna turn around, can't stick around, gonna say goodbye. Gonna find my way, yeah. Gonna find my way, yeah. Gonna find my way. Yeah, gonna find my way, yeah. Gonna have a drink, maybe have a smoke. Never just one glass, that's all she wrote. Gonna go my time, or maybe two. Won't feel alone, long as I got you. Gonna find my way. Yeah, gonna find my way, yeah, gonna find my way, yeah, gonna find my way, gonna find my way, yeah, 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 gonna find my way, yeah. 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 Thanks, folks.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Some of the songs we're going to play for you right now are songs that you can listen to on Spotify and Amazon, and some of the songs we're still in the process of recording. This is one of those. It's a song called Get Lost With You. Again, we're hoping to release our second full album this coming fall, and this should be one of the tracks. But we need you guys to imagine a bunch of backup singers and a whole horn section that's not here right now.
Baby, I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So those two songs are ones that we're on the process of recording. They'll be on the new album coming out this fall, which is yet to be named.
I want to thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
I have to tell the audience that I have been trying to get you on my show for maybe a year.
Yeah.
I would say a year. And of course, you know, with COVID and the whole everything else, you know. But besides that, I know the two of you don't stop. I mean, like, do you sleep?
I did see that on the calendar, I think next Friday.
You have a nap. It's 2 hours.
I do have a nap scheduled. It's gonna be real something special.
You're the best.
I every time I talk to Ethel, you know, I'm like, oh my God. As I said, the only other person, well, no, there's a couple of other people that I know that it must be a musician thing, you know, because most of you work a full-time job. Yeah. And then usually play 3 times, 4 times a week? How many days a week do you play?
So we're both school teachers, and during the school year, it's, I'd say 3 nights a week on average, sometimes more.
Sometimes 4.
In the summertime, it's like 4 to 5 nights a week.
Wow.
So I'd say 3 nights a week average during the school year, and about 4 to 5 nights a week in the summer.
So like, you know, you have to be at school at what time? Oh, sorry.
I really don't want to think about
really
that.
Bad subject, huh?
Yeah, it's
honestly,
like 4 to 8.
it's not super. About 7:45 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. Okay. And what time do you usually get done with your gigs?
Anywhere between 10 to midnight, in that range.
Right. Yeah.
So.
And then
gigs
by
are a
the
lot
time,
earlier
is it a little earlier?
Yeah.
So by the time you get home, do you
unwind,
yes. Unpack?
Sometimes. Well, we don't necessarily. Unpacking doesn't have to happen because we got our super cool van.
I know that's super cool. I saw that super cool
so
van.
A lot of the equipment
stays
in the vault. Yeah.
That's an
grab the guitars,
awesome idea. Yeah.
That saves us time. Honestly,
that does save you a lot of time.
Yeah. But get home. It's usually mellow out for maybe an hour and then go to sleep.
Oh, you can, huh? Yeah, really? An hour's wind down time is enough?
Most days I'm up at like 4:30.
Okay.
We have a gym in our garage that opens at 5.
Yeah.
So
we got to work out too to make sure that
my God. So on an average, what do you get? Like 5 hours sleep?
5 hours sleep,
yeah. Pretty much.
Holy moly. Wow.
You gotta have the hustle.
Well, listen, Donna, not all of us can look as good as you. Just wake up in the morning and look like that.
Really.
Okay?
I sleep till noon, Noah. Well, some days I do. I have to be on. No, I'm only teasing.
And I'm not here to judge
I'm only teasing.
Yeah.
Thank God. So tell me, all right, so let me, because as you know, I told you, I really didn't look up anything on you guys. You know, I try to keep most
of it's classified.
Yeah, right. I knew that, you know, and I said, don't even go there, Donna. So, no, I like to have things kind of fresh and spontaneous, you know.
Oh, you'll get that with the Harrisons.
Yes, I will get that with the Harrisons.
Absolutely.
Now, I just want to take you back in time a little bit.
Okay.
Oh.
Even way before you met.
The Dark Ages, I don't think.
Dark Ages, yes. So I want to know, okay, growing up, did you come from a musical household?
I did.
You did, okay.
I did. Yeah, my family, we had a band. Actually, it was a Christian rock band.
Oh,
and we would travel around. My uncle created it. They were called the Carpenter's Tools, and we would travel around to different churches and tent revivals and perform. So I got a chance to perform at the age of 4.
Okay, all right.
And then that's kind of my background, growing up and singing in Baptist churches and family.
When did you start playing an instrument?
Well, I dabbled a little bit in playing a drum set. I dabbled a little bit in playing piano.
Okay.
I didn't really even start until about 7th grade.
Okay.
Taking the saxophone. So I play the alto saxophone.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And then later on, picked up guitar and then
I was going to say, because, and the audience will obviously see that when you perform, that you play drums
So yeah, we kind of have a unique group. I have a custom drum set,
right?
And it's made by a guy out in the Midwest.
Okay.
It's called the Farmer Foot Drum, and I can play drums with my feet while I play bass with my hands while I sing.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody believes it until you see it.
What's funny though, if your camera zooms in, her eyes kind of look like this while she's doing it.
It's true. He can't talk to me while we're in a performance. I was
That's true.
Did you say something to me? Because I heard nothing.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
wow. So now let's hop over to you.
I did not really grow up in a musical family.
didn't? Okay.
When I was about 10 or 11 years old, my parents said, okay, you've tried softball, you've tried gymnastics, different sport, none of the things we're seeing mistake. So choose guitar or piano, and okay, I'll try guitar, and I hated it for a year.
Really?
Because it was, Mary Had a Little Lamb and basic stuff.
Yeah.
And then I learned a song I'd heard on the radio. I'm like, ooh, well, that's fun.
Oh.
And then a couple years later, I saw Eric Clapton on TV, and then I was like, okay, I remember it was a concert we did in Hyde Park in 1996.
Okay.
And he played this unbelievable blues number at one point, and it was just like, okay, that's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do.
And so I started practicing for hours and hours.
wow.
He would actually sit there with his dad's records, and you would like slow them. You'd listen to a part of it, and you'd bring it
Exploring
back.
certain songs that way.
Yeah, I mean, way back.
That's what I hear, like when I interview people, I hear musicians tell me, that they would listen to it and then they'd go back and try to learn it, whether it be drums or guitar or whatever the case may be. So many of, my friends, that's what they, it's their ear that, they've got a good ear. So, well, now let's speed up now. Now we're going to go to when you met. Okay. So you've been together for 16 years.
Been together for 18.
18.
Married almost 16.
Oh, okay.
I was a child bride.
Yes.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, she was my child bride, so she'll be 30 soon, which is cool. So.
It's going to be nice.
Okay. And where did you meet? And how did you meet?
County College of Morris.
Yeah.
She was a vocal major. I was a guitar major.
Okay.
And she was the girl in the music department that all the guys would hit on.
Oh.
It's
funny.
true. Don't even try to deny it.
Yeah, okay.
You had so many guys
did.
trying to ask you out.
I did.
So
What
naturally,
Right.
I had a huge crush on her.
Okay.
I mean, look at her.
Right.
And so I played it cool. And I had a huge crush, but I was just like, yeah, what's up? And just, played it cool. She called me.
I did call him.
Oh,
But here's the story.
Okay.
Well, here's the story. No, wait. No. I called him. I got his dad on the phone, and I was like, okay, I'll call this guy, Christian. He seems like a great guy. Maybe we could hang out or whatever.
Right.
I call him. He never calls me back.
In my defense, I was avoiding a different girl named Jen.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, fun. Oh,
And-
another Jennifer.
Listen. Guitar players are notorious for attracting
So he thought it was
maybe
her.
not the best ladies all the time. And so I was avoiding a different Jen. But then when I realized which Jen had called, I rectified the situation.
Well, now I called again, and I said, hey, what are you doing tonight? Did you want to go out to the movie?
You really gonna bring this up in
my
an interview?
He was with another girl at the time.
Oh, you're kidding.
And he sent her home.
But listen. Now listen. Hang on. I want to justify something here. Yes, I sent the other girl home. That was a moral choice. I was the other man in that situation. She had a boyfriend, and she was
Now I
she
find
was
out.
spending no. You
Okay.
knew this.
I know.
She was spending time with me that evening in place of her guy, who I don't know who he was or where he was.
Right.
And I was like, no, this is a sign. I'm supposed to go spend time with this girl.
Right.
So I said, lady, you pack your bags. And then we met and went to the movie.
That's right.
That's a riot. Oh my gosh. And all right, now I do want to do this because I didn't do this,
Sure.
all right, just so you know. So to the audience, this is Jennifer Harrison and Christian Harrison. And as you know, they are the Harrisons. And when people want to hire you or, have you work for them, where do they contact you?
Usually they'll go through our website. We have theharrisonsband.com. And then you can click on a link and that sends us an email.
Okay.
Or people find us on social media.
That didn't work for me, no.
I'm sorry.
I'm like,
Sometimes-
Ethel's sitting over there. Because Ethel will be like, did you call the Harrisons yet? I'm like, yeah, I did. Yeah, a couple times.
Listen, as you can tell, women have to call multiple times before I finally call them back.
This must be a pattern here.
Yes. So whatever you do, when people don't call and try to get a hold of Christian, you need to ask for Jennifer. Do you have a separate line? This line's not working.
I'll just put my number on the back of the card
There you go. There we go. Oh, that's great.
This next song was the first track of the first album, which came out back in Halloween of 2020. They say that good artists borrow and great artists steal, and I desperately want to be a great artist, so I stole a lot of this song from Van Morrison. Don't tell him. The song called Here Goes Nothing. I've never been good at much, as far as I recall. If I can sing a song that moves you on the floor and off the wall, make you shake it, baby, throw your hands in the air, maybe even touch your soul, still a wild love affair. Whoa, 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 here goes nothing, here goes nothing. Yeah, you know that'd be something if I could hold your hand, yeah. Get to watch you sing and move, darling, while I'm playing in the band. If I could pen a tune, baby, that would do us right. Make our souls move, darling, the way they should in the night. Whoa, 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 here goes nothing, here goes nothing, here goes nothing, oh, here goes nothing. I say, whoa, here goes nothing. Baby, nothing at all. Believe it or not, baby, every song got a soul. And when you feel it, darling, make your body lose control. I know your mother was a gypsy, well, that's part of it too. Won't you take my song and sing it, baby, howl at the moon. Whoa, 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 here goes nothing, yeah, here goes nothing, yeah, here goes nothing, here goes nothing. Thank you very much, guys. This next tune also has a music video, so if you like the song, please check out the music video. It's a song of ours called Right Now. And yes, we're gonna play it for you
Right now.
right now. We filmed a lot of it in downtown Warwick. We filmed some of it in Pine Island, so it was a locally shot video.
So get a chance to see a couple of those downtown places.
And this song is more or less about sort of the love of making music together. Feel the need for moving forward. I've been looking for the words. This ain't nothing like the last one, no. Different time, different verse. Maybe this time we'll be flowing in this groovy. I ain't slowing down. I'm so glad to be singing right now. Right now. we're singing right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Yeah, yeah. All right. When you catch me looking sideways, every time we do our thing, don't I give you any reasons, no. All I have to do is sing. On your left shore, on my right now, and the lights are looking bright now. All the way is where we're going. I know this groovy, I ain't slowing down. I'm so glad that we're singing. Yes, I'm quite elated that we're singing, yeah. But just so damn glad to be singing right now. Right now. Right now.
Right now.
Right now. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the love,
Appreciate it.
guys. We really appreciate that. This next song also has a really cool music video. It's a song of ours called Strings on the Floor. And if you like the song, check out the video. Or maybe you're like, hey, I wonder what the inside of their house looks like. Check out the video. Also, it's one of the only times I've ever looked cool on camera. All right, so please do check out that video, at least for that reason, so I can feel cool. Yeah, no, nothing from the peanut gallery over there. Anyway, this is Strings on the Floor. Strings on the floor, eyes to the sky, playing everything till the note done die.
now, what do you teach in school?
So I teach music.
You do?
Yeah,
Okay.
I teach K through 8 music, and
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
yeah, it's pretty. I'm coming up on my 16th year of teaching, so
Oh, wow.
15 years as a teacher.
Wow, wow. And from the very beginning, you were a music teacher?
Actually, yeah.
Pretty much, okay.
You've always been a music teacher.
Well, no, I've always been a music teacher, but prior to that, my career was I was a massage therapist before I was a teacher.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I hit the
Still am.
lottery.
Yeah,
Still
you
am.
did.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
right out of high
Wow.
school, I went massage therapy,
Right.
worked in massage therapy, decided to pay my way through college and become a music teacher.
Oh, wow. And how about you, Christian?
I teach music as well.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Wow.
currently
And are
I
you
know-
in the same school?
No, two
Okay.
different districts. I think if we were in the same building, the music department wouldn't be able to afford all the things we want to do. But
For sure.
right now I teach 4th and 5th grade drama, music, and choir. But I've taught 2nd through 12th grade at this point. I've taught
Wow.
guitar programs, music recording programs,
Yeah.
beginner rand.
Wow.
So sort of run the
Wow.
gamut.
What do you find the most gratifying part of that? Would you, and what age group do you find the most gratifying?
Ooh.
That depends as far as age group. Sometimes,
Okay.
like, I remember, like, all of a sudden a 4th grader coming up to me and going, you know, because of you, actually the parent came up to me too, like, because of you, you know, so-and-so, she has all the Beatles songs on her iPod now, and that's all she wants
Oh,
to
wow.
So, you know, turning a younger generation on to great music like that.
Right.
I used to even bring a portable record player in, because a lot of them had never seen a record being played before.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And I would put on a Beatles song on the record player, and seeing some of the kids hearing the Beatles for the first time on
right,
vinyl,
right.
that was really cool.
Oh, wow.
But also like seeing, the person who currently works for us doing sound, Josh Wilson,
Okay.
great guy. He's worked here before as well. He was one of my students. Yeah, I taught him. I got him into recording and sound, and now he's going to school for it, and he's
Oh,
working
no kidding.
professionally in it.
Oh,
So
wow.
seeing students of mine start to go into the field
Right.
is
right.
also really kind of cool.
You know, it's funny that you said that because, I mean, we grew up with vinyl.
Yeah.
And the generation before that, and it grew up with vinyl. And so you're saying that they had never really seen vinyl, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Since everything's streaming.
I mean, it's making
Right.
a comeback now. It's
Yes,
getting more
it is.
popular
Yes.
again, but
Yeah.
there was a period where, not so
Right?
much.
Yeah. Thank goodness I didn't get rid of my vinyl. I didn't get rid of my turntable.
Hold on to
Because there
those.
was time period it was hard to get those diamond needles.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. Wow.
I like to see my performance groups grow.
Right.
You know, like my choirs.
Okay.
Love it when you can kind of like see that spark when the kids get up on stage and their parents see them and they're
Right.
performing and they that sense of accomplishment.
Right. Right.
You know, I love that.
Yeah. What I love about it, because I used to teach dance.
Nice.
Okay.
So the great thing that I found was when you saw them building their confidence. It's a confidence builder, you know, and it also makes them, I think, much more outgoing and, you know, brings a new world into their world, you know.
Yeah.
And so I used to, but I have to admit that I found it very hard working with like the 5-6-year-olds because their attention span is short.
Yeah.
And so you have to be a very patient person.
For sure.
Yes.
And
That is
that
an excellent
actually,
word for it.
I like
patience.
that word because Christian has worked with K through, well, not K1, but
Two
two
through 12.
to 12. I worked K through 12. And so
Right.
your patience has to be across all grades. Just saying.
Yes. Yeah.
in different ways.
The reason
Right.
glasses like that exist.
It is true. That is very true.
I mean, it is only one glass, right?
Right. It is. Yes.
I'm only going to have one glass.
Yeah.
Doesn't tell me how big.
No. Yeah. You know, you started in the morning and you're done by
Goals. These are goals.
Right, that's right. Well, yeah, it's true. It's really amazing. And one of the things that I also found with teaching dance, and I would imagine it's the same with music, is that, you know, you've got students that catch on like that, and then you have some that it takes a while, you know. How do you handle that? And do you have different, like with dance, you can actually say, okay, this is going to be a beginner's class, intermediate, and then advanced. You know, you can kind of separate it. Can you do that
Not in a public school setting. No, everyone's mixed in, and you're just it's very challenging.
I was going
to say the least of it, but it's just one of those you kind of just keep working on it. You try to be encouraging, and especially nowadays, you have classes of upwards of 30 students.
Right.
Trying to manage 30 different personalities.
Right.
30. I mean, it's so.
You're right.
If you have 15, that's something else. All of a sudden, you can get a lot more done.
Right.
When you have that many kids, so it all the numbers play into it. But yeah, it's just. Like you said, patience.
And as you sometimes a lot of times when you see those classes, you can go, oh, all right, I can see where this class I need to meet them more where they're at rather than giving them the higher range of education,
Right.
Yeah, modify the
Modify it.
expectations.
Right, you're right. So that's how you have to work with it. You have to modify.
Yeah.
What do you do with a child that, let's say, really has no interest in learning music, and why they're in the class, God only knows.
It's because they have to.
They have to be there.
Okay. So what do you do in that?
I mean, I'll say for myself, when I do have students who are not interested at all,
Right.
I try and find something that maybe I can correlate, like, what is it that you love? What is something that you love to do? Oh, you love video games. That's great. So did you know that this piece of music was written for a video game and this is the composer?
Right,
And,
right. That's a good way to.
But then again, if you have a class of 30-something kids, a lot of times, sometimes
It's so hard.
it can be difficult.
Yeah, that's very hard.
I'd say with regards to that, I more or less listen. I'll say this multiple times throughout the market. Listen, I know that some of you. This is not your thing. I said when I was in school, volleyball wasn't my thing.
Right.
I still tried. I wasn't great at it, but I still made an effort. And if you make an effort, you're going to get a great grade in my class.
Right.
As long as you make an effort. If you sit there and complain or cause problems, we're going to have an issue. I said as long as you make an effort, that's all I'm asking of you.
Right.
And I make sure they know that. Like, listen, you're not trying to turn you into
That's a great way to do it. Okay, so now going back to when I was taking dance, I was one of those kids that their attention span wasn't always quite there. Or the fact that I had multiple interests. And when I was like 12 or maybe even before that, I had softball. And of course, unfortunately, softball would interfere with my dance classes. So I tended to miss dance classes. And it was really, at one time when I came into class, it was getting towards the end of like May where we would have a recital. And I hadn't been there because I was playing softball. And so it was hurry up and learn it, Donna. So my dance teacher, though, said to me, Donna, he goes, being in a show with other students, the routine is based on having, let's say, however many, 8 kids or 10 kids or whatever that may be, in that performance. And he goes, you really should think of it as a softball team. He says, they need how many people on that field? Well, that's what we need for this. And until that point, I never thought of it, that it's a team. It's you're really working as a team. And honestly, he should have told me that about 5 years earlier. But at that point, from that point on, I did. I had a new outlook as to how I approached.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes. He was smart enough to say, all right, this is something she can relate to. And that's what you were saying, trying to relate. So now let's go to, now you are teaching, you're doing your gigs, which I am in amazement. I mean, I know that this is the life, that most people that are musicians or even actors or actresses, they work by day and, or go to auditions by day and then work at night, whether it be waitressing or whatever. But you were saying you have 150
121 right now. Shows
gigs,
booked.
shows booked.
We'll
And
probably
that's-
top off around like 135, 140. I'm guessing.
And that's between what,
That's
September and-
January to December, full year.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a whole year. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
that's over a year.
That's still a lot. So that's the, what is that? About 3 shows a week
On average, yeah.
on average? Okay.
think,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. That's a lot. Now you're writing.
Yes.
So the songs that you will be doing are original. How long have you guys been writing? And did you write prior to 16 years ago, or you?
I wrote songs a little bit in high school. I had a friend of mine named Mike who I still play with every now and then. He and I gigged together for a while, and we would write where he would sit there and come up with like a chord progression. I was more the lyricist, and he would sit there and play, and I would sit there and just write out lyrics. But I had not written songs for a while since then.
Okay.
I would try every now and then, and I wouldn't come up with anything good.
Okay.
But again, like anything else, if you don't do it all the time,
Right.
you're not going to get good at
Right.
it.
Right.
So try to write almost every day, whether it's some kind of chord progression, sit at the
Right.
piano, just come up with something, or
Right.
some kind of just one lyric,
Right.
or sometimes a whole song.
Right, right. Well, that's the thing, you know, it is, and again, when you're working full time,
Yeah.
you're doing, you know, gigs 3 nights a week, it doesn't leave a lot of time, you know, to
No.
then get into that zone, you know. I get it, you know, but now that you're together, do you find that it's easier because you can bounce stuff off of one another, or do you still need your close the door, I need to be alone kind of?
Well, you know, it depends. We've done both.
Okay.
We've sat and we've played together. You know, maybe Christian will play something on the guitar and I'll create words, and, you know, we'll bounce lyrics back and forth together, or
Right.
we'll go to a separate room
Okay.
and I'll write lyrics or a chord progression, or vice versa. Christian will do the same thing.
Okay.
A lot of times, like, there's only a couple of songs we've sat down and written, like, together. Like, okay, let's write a song together. A lot of times, most of the time, one of us will come to the other with a song that's mostly fleshed out.
Right.
And then the other will sit there and add little nuances that bring it to its fruition. And it's really fun. It really
I
is.
would imagine it, you know, as Pepe Le Pew used to say, we can make beautiful music together.
That's
and
right.
I guess that's what
Absolutely.
you get to do, you
And
know?
we're fortunate that we've learned how to work well together.
Yes.
We actually have a saying that when we come together, we're like, okay, I'm coming to you as your business partner, as your bandmate,
Okay.
not
all
as
right.
your as your wife,
Right.
not as your
Because sometimes when it's a husband and wife, things can, emotions can get involved. So we have to separate that sometimes.
Right.
So we preface it, we're like,
because you
your
spend
bandmate.
so much time together.
yes.
Tell me about it. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it.
I think we did it at the same time though.
Oh gosh.
But we do. You call them paid dates.
Yeah, when we're out playing gigs, I call it a paid date. We're out on a date, we're getting paid to do it.
Right. So let me just do this because I think we're getting close to
Sure,
the end of the half hour, and plus they're starting to pile in here. So again, if anybody wants to contact you, do not contact Christian.
Hey now.
You ask for Jennifer. And what is the phone number? Do you have a phone
We
number
have a phone
that you
number,
give out?
973-222-4052. You can also check us out on social media, Instagram and Facebook. We have, both of them are at The Harrisons Duo. And then the website.
TheHarrisonsBand.com.
This is the song. This was also, we're still in the process of recording. It's going to be on the next album that comes out. The song of ours called Turalura. And this is one of those songs where the group, oh, thank you guys so much.
Hi, buddy. How are you?
This is this guy's whole allowance right here.
Aww.
Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate
you.
that. Appreciate the love. And we joke that this song, even if people don't like the song's just got one of those grooves that you kind of have to bob your head to it. It's kind of forced head bobbage, as it were.
Mandatory head bobbage.
night and the lights down low. Oh, baby, I believe it's time when it just seems right and you're so close. I can help it but believe it's a sign. Tora, Tora, Laura. That's the song and how it goes. But you and me will make our own melody when we sing Tora, Laura. I never knew what it meant. Just another old word from the past. But now I think I've worked it out. It means I finally found love at last. Tora, Tora, Laura. That's the song and how it goes. But you and me will make our own melody when we sing Tora, Laura. Cause it's our way and it's our love. We can make it any way we please. So come now, love, and hold me close. You know your touch, it makes me weak in the knees, yeah. Tora, Tora, Laura. That's the song and how it goes. You and me will make our own melody. We sing Tora, Laura. Yeah, Tora, Tora, Laura. That's the song and how it goes. You and me melody when we sing Tora, Laura. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate the love there. Thanks to Donna's Happy Hour for recording everything tonight. We appreciate that, guys. Thank you. I wish I could say we wrote this next song, but we didn't.
That'd be great.
So we're going to throw one more Harrison's in there, and then we're going to rock out a bunch of tunes the rest of the evening here with you. The tune of ours called My Everyday.
They say the time goes faster when they're older. I say that so far that the right. To the bottom as I watch the sunset down from the night. Don't know about you, but for me there's nothing after. Once I close my eyes, there's no more light.
So tell me, what dates do you have coming up? If somebody wants to come and see you, where are you going to be next?
Well, like I know this weekend we're going to be in the in this area actually. I think Friday night we're playing at Tin Barn, which we haven't been there yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tin Barn
okay.
Brewery, and I've heard it's a really cool
Okay.
venue. And then Saturday night we'll be at Barrel 28, which is a cool new spot in Florida, New York.
Oh, yeah. Florida, New York is
They have good brick oven pizza.
Oh, really?
Just
Oh,
saying.
no kidding.
And
Oh,
we're saying that too
interesting.
because anyone in the band gets a free pizza.
Oh,
So,
That's right.
and our sound guy, Josh, was like,
Nice.
even me, he went, even you. He was so happy. Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, if you could just pay that guy in pizza, he'd be happy.
He would
my
be happy.
gosh.
Yeah.
So,
But
yeah.
you can really find us
Excellent.
anywhere. We play Pennsylvania, upstate New
I was going to
York,
ask
New
you that.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Whole
You know.
tri-state area. Slowly trying to expand our circle.
Right.
And you know, if you want to hire us for a gig somewhere else, we'll travel.
Someone's
Right,
gonna
okay.
said that next
All
year
right.
they're gonna have us come to Virginia, so we'll be playing some place in Virginia.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's
Um,
great.
Which
Yeah.
is something. But I know just as far as a regular gig, there's only like one or two well, actually only one place we play every single month. That's over at the Irish Cottage in Franklin.
Right.
We're
Right.
there the first Friday of every month.
Okay.
Which is kind of a cool
Okay.
thing, and it's
I've
a great
never
crowd
been
there.
You know, I
Donna.
know Ethel's been. I know,
Oh,
but
Donna,
it's,
you
sweet
gotta
little
go.
place.
it's a little far though for me.
Listen.
That's the
Wow, from
problem.
Pennsylvania. I
Listen.
understand that.
Listen,
Yeah,
you can
that's-
stay with Ethel.
It's your job.
I already asked her. She said it's cool. She said it's totally cool.
She's got to clear it with her roommate though. But yeah, that's the problem, you know, for me being in PA, you know, it's, I don't mind traveling an hour, but when it gets
Sure.
to be 2 hours, you know,
Well, when we
that's,
play that festival near you, that'll be a good time.
yes.
We'll
Oh
get
my
you that
God.
date.
And like I said, if you need to stay over, just let me know. As we're discussing this on TV. But so yeah, so tell me what else you have planned. What are your plans? Now, and you did an album, right?
We did an album in 2020, so during the pandemic,
Okay.
during the lockdown, we had already written and recorded some songs.
Okay.
Right after we had done about 60 quarantine shows. So if you want to check those out, you can
It's
find
on
us
YouTube,
on
yeah.
our YouTube
Okay.
We did a
channel.
daily show for a while.
Yes.
What is the name of the album that you did?
It's called Here We Go.
Here we go.
It's
Okay.
sort of our first album together,
Okay,
so Here We Go.
Interesting. Okay. All right.
And we're very proud of it. There's some great tunes on there that we like, a couple of good covers.
Right.
What a song that a lot of times Jen will bring the house down. People love it when she sings "House of the Rising Sun,"
Oh.
and so we
Okay.
put that on the album because everyone's always asking.
Oh,
for
no
that.
kidding.
And that
Oh,
song was
wow.
actually originally done by a woman.
Oh, was it really?
Lyric-
I saw it.
lyrically,
So
yeah.
lyrically, it was done by a woman.
Oh, wow.
That we don't know who wrote it.
Interesting.
Right, we don't.
Okay.
It's funny if you look it up. The actual author of that song is unknown.
Oh, really?
But even the earliest recording of that song is from the 1930s, and even then it was considered an old song.
Oh, wow.
So they think it was written sometime in the 1800s.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
So I sing
Interesting.
the from the female perspective. on
Right,
that
right.
song.
Ooh.
So
that's
we had that
neat.
single. We've released a couple of singles since the
Yeah.
album.
Okay.
And we've gotten we have almost 10 full songs written and started to record. And
Oh,
the
wow.
question we keep having is, okay, do we do another album or do we just sort of every month release a new single just to sort of keep the momentum going?
right,
So
yeah.
we'll see what happens. But we have some new stuff coming out
Wow,
soon.
that's interesting. Yeah, it is interesting how things have changed so much,
Yeah.
even with social media
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything else.
Right.
How you approach, you know, like for instance, or my show. You know, it's
Yeah.
like how do we approach it? You know, do we do a half hour? Do we do
Sure.
an hour? Do we, you know,
Right.
do we do live? Do we do, you know, it's mind-boggling. And,
Right,
and the
knowing
same
your
I would imagine.
audience. Right.
Right. That's the trick, you know, is learning that. But I would imagine too, especially for, and this is something that I think about. Don't ask me why, but I do. Is for musicians now with Spotify and all of the other venues that your music can show up on.
Yeah.
It's not like you have a big label behind you. And from what I hear, you have to have a lot of hits to make any kind of money.
Yes. But
On-
the good news is that you don't need a record label to be a successful musician these days. You can
Okay.
actually, like, you have to work your butt off like
You
anybody
are
else.
everything. It's a DIY artist.
But
Right.
you can actually make a decent living.
Okay.
Without having to owe money to a record label or be under their thumb or that
Right.
kind of thing. Honestly,
Okay.
like we've said, if a record company walked in here today and said, "Here's a contract, sign it,"
Right.
we wouldn't.
Okay.
Because
Interesting. Okay.
Because again, they're more or less a record company is a bank. And
Right,
they're going to
yes.
loan you the money to make your stuff.
Right.
And if it doesn't do well, now you owe them money.
Right.
And they own your music.
Right.
That doesn't sound like something
that
I want to
doesn't-
do.
Right. Yeah.
So
And the other thing that I find is that obviously the money to be made is in touring. Is that
selling merchandise.
and selling merchandise?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
Interesting.
it's not so much, it's about creating an event.
right.
So when you go out and you play for people, it's all about, well, what's at the event. Like,
Right.
there are musicians out there that'll do these, okay, it's yoga in the beginning, and then
Right.
selling hula hoops because I wanted to play those for the song, and
Right.
it's a whole
Wow.
it's just an event.
And
Right.
actually,
An event.
speaking of events, something that's getting popular in certain parts of the country now are musicians are actually selling private concerts. Like, okay,
Yes.
we'll come to your home and do a show.
I know that.
But you sell
Yes.
tickets,
Right.
guarantee sort of this many people.
And
Right.
it's a concert. It's
Yes.
not like
Right.
you.
Yes, I know. That's very big.
So that's
As a
starting to
matter of
become
fact,
a thing.
I'm contemplating doing that at my house.
Oh, I think you should.
So,
Oh, yes.
yeah, I know.
And then you could
they
show off
say-
some of those dance moves you were talking about.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
He's gonna make me
Oh,
happy.
I'm going to. I will hold you to it.
And a friend of mine, who actually I've known for so many years, when we were teens, we were wild and crazy women.
Word.
And yeah, I know, it depends on who you talk to now, what night I was with them. Yeah, so anyway, I want to thank you again so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
And I know they're going to love your music and love you guys. You were wonderful,
Thank you.
honestly.
Thank you for having
And
us.
love to have you back. Keep me in the loop. And like I said, get your own private number because
Just for you.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Perfectly fine.
But anyway, thank you. And all right. Good night, everyone.
Donna's Happy Hour is filmed on location at the Blue Arrow Farm.